Remember I made that TikTok that said don't go 50-50 with no man? Let me tell you why not to go 50-50 with no man. Because I was trolling when I made that motherfucking post while y'all was dogging me. Talk about some, I see why you ain't got no man. No, I had a man. No, I had a nigga. I didn't have a man. I had a nigga that I was going 50-50 with in a house that he had a mortgage on.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got this sister here, man, who is getting all her followers because they were dogging her out, right? As she said, because she said, don't go 50-50 with a man, right? On one of her posts. She said, do not go 50-50 with a man. Now, of course, we're going to hear plenty of women say, hey, well, we don't want you men who want to go 50-50, this, that, and the third. For me, the only time men even bring that up is when you have women who bring up, hey, man, listen, I'm independent. I don't need no man. Hey, man, listen, we need to be treated equally, this, that, and the third, right? So, of course, that's when your men bring it up. But for the most part, man, your men don't really care for 50-50. Most of your men don't mind taking on the burden when it comes down to relationships, right? And that's just a fact, right? That's just a fact. If you have a man who does not want to take on most of the burden, I ain't got to say you got to take on the whole burden, because at this point, man, it's like, come on, man, he ain't no mule, right? Now, the man is not a mule. He needs his help. That's why the woman is there. She's a help me, right? So you have to be there to help be able to take some of the load off of the man's shoulder, because if the man is not able to function in the household, nothing is going to be able to work. Men want to provide, and men are willing to bend over backwards, man, for their woman, right? But you have a woman here in this situation where at first I was listening to the video, I was like, what is she talking about? So I ended up listening to it again, and to some degree, at first I was like, okay, I understand her, right? I mean, she's sitting over here coming home, she's having to take care of all the kids, she's having to clean up, right? The way she's making the sound, she has to clean up. Now you're talking about being in the house with a man where it's his house, because she's saying that it's his mortgage. She's saying that they have to do 50-50 on all of those bills, and then she has to take care of her own bill, as if she's the only one who has a car note, right, and a phone bill or whatnot. But then I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm high as a mug, man, because I don't know, something just ain't adding up. But of course, as you read the comments, and of course, as we get into this video, those kids are not his, right? Those kids are not his. But let's go ahead and jump into this video.
Remember I made that TikTok that said don't go 50-50 with no man? Let me tell you why not to go 50-50 with no man. Because I was trolling when I made that motherfucking post while y'all was dogging me. Talk about some, I see why you ain't got no man. No, I had a man. No, I had a nigga. I didn't have a man. I had a nigga that I was going 50-50 with in a house that he had a mortgage on. I wanted half of the mortgage, half of the lights, half of the gas, half of the motherfucking water, half of the Wi-Fi. I still had to buy food, do laundry, suck. I'm a mother to 2 kids. I'm 100% responsible for my habits, my appearance, their appearance, my car note, my car insurance, and any other bills I had in my name. When y'all come together for 50-50, ain't y'all supposed to split 50% of all the expenses? The point of 50-50 is so y'all can help each other, right? Don't let no nigga talk you into going 50-50 and he the one that's benefiting. I paid half of every bill in that nigga name, while I paid 100% of every bill in my name.
And that's why I said I had to rewatch that video, because I was like, man, what is going on here? But for the most part, man, her sense of 50-50 is just mad wild, right? You want to come in and bring all your issues over here to this man and say, hey, well, isn't 50-50 going? Isn't 50-50 on everything? Hold on, no, ma'am, right? Those are your kids, right? Those are your kids. Now, of course, I'm a help, but don't expect me to sit over here like, nah, man, like that's a burden that you decided to carry for yourself, right? Those are your children. Now, granted, once again, I'm in a relationship with you, so you have so many women who jump on Kendra G, right? In response to Kendra G asking, what do you have to say about the man who questioned you about your kids, right? About you having that many kids or you having a child. And a lot of women say, hey, you don't have to worry about that. My child is already taken care of, this, that, and the third.
What would you say to the guy that might be cautious because you have 3 children by 3 different men?
To each his own. I mean, I don't feel like I have to prove anything to anyone, because I'm not the type of person that's out here begging for help for my kids. I take care of my kids really well. They have everything that they could ever want.
Your kids are old, 15, 11, and 6, but sometimes men have a caution with women with kids. So what would you say to the guy that might be cautious because you have 3 kids?
I got this. Like, I have my kids. My kids don't need, like, they have father figures. I have a very solid family. I have a very solid support system. They're very well-rounded kids, so I got them. And I would be very intentional about bringing somebody around my children. So it really wouldn't be a concern to them until I've chosen them. You know what I'm saying? So if they cautious, then they can stay cautious. That's fine.
I like you, Kay. That was whack.
Yeah, real whack.
Okay. Okay. So you would expect this guy to be, I mean, fair to say, a father figure to your children?
I mean, my kids are almost damn near grown.
Yeah. 19, 16, 14, and 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have 3 daughters, 1 son. I mean, I would expect somebody to come in and show them good. Just, I don't know. And I don't think I want them to be a father. They don't have to step in there and be their dad. They have a dad. You know, I have a brother.
Okay.
That have a big part in my kid's life.
Okay.
That's their response every single time. But then here you have this woman right here who, once again, man, will probably end up saying that probably when they first met. You don't have to worry about my kids. I can take care of my kids. My kids are already paid for. My kids, this, that, and the third. Then once you get into the relationship, guess what? 9 times out of 10, that man is going to help. Especially if y'all in a relationship for a long time. 9 times out of 10, that man is going to be picking up that father role. So I'm pretty sure he is helping, but to sit over here and think that, hey, guess what? And you talking about is his house, right? She said he has a mortgage, right? So once again, he's giving you a house to live in, right? So it sounds like he's allowing you and your children to move in that household. So yes, hey, listen, I need you to help me out. Now, of course, once again, I believe that most men should be taking on the bulk of the bills. Did I say all of the bills? No. But a man should definitely be taking on bulk of the bills. You generally allow the woman to be able to spend her money freely, take care of what she needs to take care of, have money, man, for the side in case of something were to happen, right? If y'all make that much. It's just crazy expectations to put on a man when he doesn't even benefit anything, right? She says at the end of the video, man, don't go 50-50 with a man when he's the one that's benefiting, right? When, once again, it should be you that benefits in it. Once again, women really only want to benefit themselves, right? They're only going to try to make it seem as if it's going to benefit both of y'all when they are on the losing end. You get something out of it. You get a house, right? You get a whole house that you get to move into, right? Yeah, you might have to go half on bills, but hey, at least you get a house that you get to move into. And then you get a man who is saying, you know what, hey, I don't mind picking up somewhat of a father figure role, right? Whether that is just him just taking them from the school from time to time, picking them up or doing whatever, man, once again, he is going to contribute. So you get a man who's giving you a household who is contributing. Once again, man, and he protects you, and he's going to give you protection. What is this lady talking about? Now, once again, she's saying that, hey, I dealt with a N-word, right? But guess what, right? Hey, I didn't deal with a man. I dealt with a little boy. Okay. You dealt with a little boy. Once again, a little boy that you picked, a little boy, man, that gave you shelter. Once again, that's entitlement. It sounds like entitlement to me. But I mean, hey, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. So let's go ahead and read these comments. Someone says, I bet he ain't the kid's daddy though. He's not. She says she takes on 100% responsibility for all of those kids, right? She takes 100% of responsibility for all of those kids. She's trying to throw that in there just to let everybody know that, hey, I'm still the independent woman. You know, I'm the one that's having to take care of all of them, just to make her argument sound a little bit better. Make her argument sound a little bit better. Someone else says, them kids are yours. Someone else says, nah, your idea of 50-50 would have him losing. You plus your kids would definitely have pushed his expenses higher. It's only a problem when y'all don't win. As I stated earlier, it's only a problem when they don't win. It is only a problem when they do not win. They will only sit over here and say, hey, well, I got to take care of all of these kids. Pretty much the same way that he should be helping, right? But hey, I have to take care of all of these kids. But if you on Kendra Dree looking for a man, you would try to sit over here, your biggest thing, right? Your biggest response to a man who is going to question you about having multiple kids or a kid is, well, guess what? They are already taken care of. You don't have to worry about that, baby. I can take care of them. Knowing dang well at some point in time, you're going to need help. You're going to need his help. You're going to want his help. Someone else says, y'all really want a daddy. right? So then, right, and then like I said, man, that just harpers back onto women constantly saying, hey, man, well, y'all just want a mommy. Y'all just want a mommy. No, we just want a submissive woman. We just want a feminine woman. And it's funny that women can sit up here and say that, hey, well, listen, my father showed me what a man's supposed to be like, this, that, and the third. But he taught me how a man should be, how a man should treat me, so I ain't taking anything less. So guess what? You have to sit over here and meet her father's expectations as if you reached your financial stride in your 20s, right, in your early 20s. But then when you sit up here and just say, hey, well, listen, my mama showed me, man, what a woman's supposed to be like. But when I sit over here and say, hey, this is how you should be acting, guess what? It's, oh, well, you want a mommy. Come on, man. Once again, they do not like it when you throw that logic back at them, right? When you throw their same logic back at them, it just doesn't make any sense. Somebody else says, what's wrong with her? Y'all splitting 50-50 on a household. I'm supposed to split your car note, huh? That's your car note, right? So someone else says, you were a tenant with benefits. Someone else says, so do it by yourself then. So this guy, bear with me, man, because I don't know why he even responded the way he responded. He doesn't use any periods. Like, I mean, it's like this whole sentence is just all over the place. But he goes on to say, everything you came with is what you needed to maintain them kids, debts, and habits. So he's pretty much saying that is what you brought into that relationship. You brought those kids, you brought those debts, and you brought those habits into that relationship. And you're expecting him to deal with all of that, which to some degree you do sign up for that if you do date a woman, right? With her baggage, you date their flaws, right? Now, it's on how you fix them and how you move forward with them. That's all that is. So then he goes on to say that was all yours before y'all met. So call it what you want, but it sounds like you had to take responsibility for your own ish and you don't like it. Then someone else says, he scammed you, sis. Then someone else says 50% of some bills is better than 100% of all bills. And that's just a fact. And that's what women don't understand, right? And the funny thing is, you never hear men complain about this. You never hear men complain about it. Women want to push the narrative that, hey, well, listen, y'all men want to talk about 50-50, this to 50-50, that. Men are only talking about 50-50 to combat women sitting over here saying they don't need a man, that they're independent, that they want to be equal, this, that, and the third. That's where your 50-50 derives from. Women who want to be selfish and showing their hypocrisy, right? Because when the time gets to going, once again, women say, man, abandon all that equality BS, man. Where's the man that I need your help? Someone else says she was getting child support for them 2 kids from her baby daddies. Stop cap. Men been helping you your whole life. Then someone else says, okay, pay for 100% of everything this year. Laugh my A word off. So once again, as somebody stated, she could easily be getting help from her other baby fathers or baby father, right? But I mean, hey, man, look, y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about this, man? This is mighty wild. This is entitlement. This is entitlement to the 10th degree. I definitely think a man should be paying the bulk of the bills. I don't think he should be paying all of them, but I definitely think he should be paying the bulk of them. But when you're talking about bringing in somebody else's child and this, that, and the third, like, come on, man. Right? Come on, man. Like, you're going to have to start lowering your expectations, man. Like, you're just going to have to start lowering your expectations, man. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.